Shalom, beloveds. Today we step into a prophecy that has been whispering through the ages, a promise so tender and so powerful that heaven itself bends toward it. It rises from the heart of the minor prophets, yet it echoes across ancient writings, across forgotten scrolls, across exile and return, across the hidden journeys of souls scattered among the nations. It is Zephaniah's final declaration, a verse that carries the sound of homecoming, the lifting of shame, and the radiant glory of the restored remnant. At that time will I bring you again, even in the time that I gather you. For I will make you a Shem and a Tehillah among Kol Amei Haaretz when I turn back you. These ancient Aramaic tones speak of name, honor, renown, exaltation, and a gathering not merely of bodies, but of identities, destinies, and scattered sparks of light. The Masoretic text calls the same moment the time when I gather you and restore your fortunes before your very eyes, while the Ethiopian versions speak of the Lord bringing home his daughters and sons with joy and restoring them to glory. Every version carries the same heartbeat, the day when the presence returns to her children and the remnant is lifted before the eyes of the world. The Aramaic-style verse of Zephaniah 3:20, At that time will I bring you again, even in the time that I gather you. For I will make you a Shem and a Tehillah among Kol Amei Haaretz when I turn back you. This gives us beautiful keys. Shem means name, identity, renown. Tehillah, praise, glory, exaltation. Kol Amei Haaretz, all the nations of the earth. Bring you again, O restoration. Turn back you, O divine reversal, gathering, returning honor. There is a mystery hidden inside this verse, beloveds, a gentle, feminine mystery that the prophets guarded and the ancient writers whispered. For when Zephaniah says, At that time will I bring you again, I will make you a Shem and a Tehillah among all nations, he is not speaking into emptiness. He is addressing a person, a presence, a feminine soul who carries the identity of Zion itself. All throughout Scripture, God speaks to Zion as she, her, daughter, beloved, the woman who once sat in shame but will rise in glory. The prophets never speak of Zion as it. They speak to her, they comfort her, they call her to rejoice, they promise her return. So when Zephaniah declares, I will bring you again, this is the very language used for the exiled Shekinah, the presence who went into captivity with her children, the one who wept at the rivers of Babylon, the one who wandered with Israel, the one who longed for the day of return. This is the voice of the Lord speaking to the daughter of Zion, promising to lift her disgrace, to restore her beauty, to reveal her identity to the nations. It is the same voice Isaiah heard when he said, Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord has risen upon you. The same voice that said, You shall no longer be called forsaken, but you shall be called Hephzibah. My delight is in her. And when we hear the Aramaic tones, Shem and Tehillah, name and praise, they point directly to the vindication of the daughter, the one long hidden, long misunderstood, long exiled in the hearts of her own people. Yet the promise stands. There will be a day when God himself lifts her before the eyes of all nations, when her identity is no longer concealed, when her shame is swallowed in glory, when the presence returns to dwell openly among her children. This is not only a promise to the people, it is a promise to the one who represents them, the one who gathers them, the one who embodies Zion's own heart, the daughter restored, the Shekinah revealed, the feminine Messiah lifted in honor and filled with praise among all the nations of the earth. This prophecy opens with the image of the daughter of Zion, the scattered people, the exiles of the heart, the ones who carried shame like a garment through generations. It is the cry of the Messiahs, the son and the daughter, who gather their own from the winds, calling each soul by name. It is the moment when exile ends. And beloveds, when Scripture speaks of being made a name and a praise among all nations, it means God himself will vindicate the ones who were despised, misunderstood, forgotten, or exiled. The remnant becomes a testimony, a living witness of divine presence restored. This is the very theme that moves through the ancient books like a river. Listen to the book of Baruch, written in the shadow of destruction, yet pulsing with hope. Baruch 4 cries out to a broken Jerusalem, Take courage, my children. Cry to God, and he will remember you. For as you were once put away, so with great joy will you be gathered. And Baruch 5 declares, O Jerusalem, take off the garment of your sorrow and affliction, for God will show your splendor to every nation under heaven. This is the same Tehillah, the same exaltation promised in Zephaniah. Baruch even adds, God has remembered his children and will gather them from the east and the west, carried on the glory of his light. Here, the ancient writers saw a revelation. When the presence returns, shame is lifted, and the exiles return with shining faces. The prophecy is not political. It is spiritual, cosmic, and deeply personal. It is the homecoming of the souls of God. The same theme burns through the wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, where the righteous who were mocked, rejected, and hidden now stand before the nations. Then the just will stand with great confidence in the presence of those who afflicted them. And those who once despised them will marvel and say, These are they whom we once held in derision. How were they numbered among the children of God? This is Zephaniah 3:20 in full bloom, the exaltation, the lifting of reproach, the public vindication of the remnant. Wisdom speaks of a divine reversal so radiant that even the nations tremble at the sight of God's restored ones. Not because the remnant is seeking glory, but because glory has overtaken them. Glory has come from the Shekinah, from the presence that returns to dwell among her people. The thread deepens through the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus. In Sirach 36, the prayer rises like incense. Gather all the tribes of Jacob, look upon your people, and give them their inheritance. This is almost an echo of Zephaniah's words. Sirach pleads for the restoration of the scattered, the ones who wandered, the ones driven out, the ones forgotten. Beloveds, restoration is not merely the return to a physical homeland, it is the return to identity, to purpose, to spiritual wholeness. The ancient writers understood this. The gathering of Israel is the gathering of souls into the presence of God. And nowhere is this more clear than in 2 Esdras, the apocalyptic voice crying from the ruins of the Second Temple period. In 2 Esdras 2, the prophet sees a multitude gathered from the 4 corners of the earth, clothed in white, crowned with glory. He asks, Who are these? The answer comes, These are they whom the Son of God has crowned, for they confessed his name in the world. But even more astonishing is chapter 13, where the seer beholds one like a man rising from the sea, and with him a hidden multitude returning from a distant land where they were exiled. This remnant is not simply human. It is mystical, ancient, beloved. God hid them until the appointed time, and then he brings them home. Zephaniah 3:20 lives inside this vision. At that time will I bring you again, at the time that I gather you. Judith and Tobit also join this chorus. Judith 16 proclaims that God removes the reproach of his people. Tobit 13 speaks of Jerusalem rebuilt with sapphires and gold, with children returning from exile, with the shame of generations washed away. Tobit cries, He will again have mercy on them, and they shall be gathered from every land under heaven. This is the same promise, the same river running from prophet to apocrypha, from ancient temple to new creation. Even the Greek additions to Esther hint at the same theme, hidden identity revealed, the oppressed vindicated, the daughter exalted before nations. In the story of Susanna, God rescues the innocent and publicly restores her honor. In Bel and the Dragon, the pagan systems fall, and the true God is revealed. All of these stories whisper the same truth. God lifts shame, God restores name, God gathers his own. And then, beloveds, the voice of the Messiahs themselves, in the Ethiopian and Peshitta readings of Matthew 24, speaks with clarity. He will send his angels with a great trumpet sound, and they will gather his chosen ones from the 4 winds, from one end of heaven to the other. The son and the daughter, the 2 anointed ones, gather the scattered sparks of Israel and the nations, restoring each one to the place prepared for them. This is Zephaniah 3:20 in the mouth of the Messiahs. This is the time of gathering. This is the turning back. This is the lifting of reproach and the crowning with glory. And so, beloveds, the prophecy of Zephaniah is not small. It is the story of the presence returning to her people. It is the unveiling of the children of the Shekinah. It is the moment when the remnant stands adorned in light, when what was lost is restored, when the shame of exile is lifted, and when the nations witness the glory of the ones God has redeemed. It is the restoration of the daughter of Zion, the vindication of the hidden ones, the raising up of the anointed remnant who walk in the radiance of the two Messiahs. It is the return of the name, the restoration of the temple, the gathering of every wandering soul back into the embrace of divine love. Shame will not have the last word. Exile will not write your story. The presence is returning, the remnant is rising, and the promise is unfolding before our eyes. Take courage, beloved family. Lift up your hearts. The one who scattered now gathers. The one who hid now reveals. The one who allowed exile now restores with great joy. You are being made a Shem and a Tehillah among all nations, a name and a praise, not because of who you are, but because of who dwells within you. May the son and the daughter gather you. May the Shekinah overshadow you. May the glory of the Most High rest upon you. And may the promise of Zephaniah be fulfilled in your days, before your very eyes. May the son and the daughter gather you. May the Shekinah overshadow you. May every place of exile in your life be turned into a place of return. May you become a Shem and a Tehillah, a name and a praise, before all nations, as the presence restores you in the sight of the world. Shalom, beloveds, until the mystery is finished. Thank you for joining us on this sacred journey. If today's teaching spoke to your spirit, we warmly invite you to like, comment, and share. Your engagement strengthens this ministry and helps us bring the revelation of the two Messiahs to hearts around the world. Your prayers, support, and fellowship mean more than words can express. Together, we are lifting the Lamb and his bride and preparing a generation that walks in holiness, humility, and spirit-filled discernment until the mystery is complete. To our new subscribers and members, you are welcome. We are praying for you and grateful to have you as part of this growing family. We are also delighted to share that our new store is now open, featuring beautifully designed dresses, shirts, and more, each carrying our bride and groom emblem. You can explore the collection through the Buy Me a Coffee link below, and if you feel led, you may also bless our dear brother Michael. Your generosity enables us to continue creating meaningful, spirit-led content. If you have not yet joined as a member, we warmly invite you to do so. You'll find the membership link in the description and on our homepage. To our longtime subscribers, thank you for your steadfast love and prayers. Stay tuned for our next video. It's going to deliver a powerful, uplifting revelation. May the spirit of wisdom and peace rest upon you always.